bust. Hey, track 2 is Glock. Sometimes it's right. Shoop, 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 a doop. That's Whitney, man. That's Whitney.
Hold my Glock when I'm in the club. There's some hoes in the back and they wanna come show me love. So my dogs to the strip, but I spent that dirty dub. Hold my Glock when I'm in the club. There's some hoes in the back and they wanna come show me love. Hold my Glock when I'm in the club. There's some hoes in the back and they wanna come show me love. So my dogs to the strip, but I spent that dirty dub.
Oh, Slizzy Donnie.
Stay high, stay low key, yeah. You don't need to be doing it for they ain't me, yeah. I felt the love, I wonder what she felt. I had the Glock right by my seatbelt. Hey, babe. I'm like that missionary person by show. Need you to hold my life for me. I need you to hold my life. Hold my car for me in the club. There's some hoes in the back and wanna come show me love. So my dogs to the strip.
Everybody highlight Sapphire up in my space. When we disconnect the Wi-Fi, up the hill is over drastic. I hope you gassed it. I'm over gas, you crashed it. The last one, the last it tried to find real in plastic. The mother hose is mastic. Where you rock the classic bombastic. The setup of the dynasty is looking dynastic. You know the Don nasty, the mud boys nasty. You know the Jack nasty. You know the fade nasty. You know the chase. You know the chase nasty. You know my place. My place is like the half. He says worth the nil. I'm a night off in the night and got a nil. One night with me was the tea, but don't you spill. Throw that body fake.
Is my light going out?
If he hit, don't give him nothing like the church. Ain't come to my players club, I'm dollar.
Oh no. Oh no. It does sound like waves. Alright, man, I gotta say, man, again, I am not disappointed again with what I'm hearing here. Like, I feel like every Don Toliver album has done this for me. Like literally every Don Toliver album, from Heaven or Hell to Life of a Don to even Lovesick. Well, not Lovesick for me. I loved Lovesick first when I first heard it. But it's always an album that just sounds better when you actually kind of just have a better system. You know, you're better experience, better mood. Like, I didn't like Swinging on Heimerdinger when I first heard it. I thought that track was kind of like blah. Like, I thought it was cool. You know, he definitely did the Justin Timberlake remake, and then now that's become one of my favorite slow songs from Don Toliver of all time. So, I think a lot of people are just, you know, I think the one thing that surprised me whenever I listened to Donnie was he only sells what 40-50K, you know, albums. I think his first week, which is not bad, but it's just like, damn, I thought he was definitely in the hundreds. So, you know, there's still a lot of time to grow for Donnie, especially in his fan base and, you know, just for his stardom. I think that the first disc was amazing, other than the Kodak Black track, and that's just because I felt like the Kodak Black feature was just all over the place. You know, again, I love Kodak Black. I listen to him a lot. I'm from South Florida, but I just thought that there was, you know, there could have been a better beat selection for him on that track. I didn't like his hook on there. Again, Donnie just eating that shit up. From Kryptonite, Tore Up, Attitude, obviously, you know, being the big single that was released earlier. I thought that was just, you know, a great run right there. And on disc 1, you know, that had, you know, kind of the hype, the amp of the album. We get to disc 2. Disc 2 was probably the only disc that I was really confused on what direction he was really going with the album. You know, having Bandit on there, another lead single to the album that I thought was really dope. Glock, probably my favorite track on here. Glock, I thought was just dope as fuck. Ice Age, even with Travis Scott, I thought Travis Scott's verse was so fucking fire on there. The first miss for me from Don Toliver on the album was Ice Age. I didn't really like the beat selection that they had for Ice Age. You know, with Don's, you know, on the second half on the transition, I felt like it was a little bit more slower. I didn't like that thunk 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 beat. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's like a thunk thunk bass that I really don't really like on production. But Travis Scott though, man, the way he was just eating that shit and floating on that beat, that was crazy. 4x4 though, a lot of people are really saying they love that track. I personally am like, I get it, I understand why it's dope. Definitely gonna take some time where I listen to it again, but I felt like that was the grittiest track on the album. I felt like 4x4 was the grittiest track on the album by far. There was nothing that was really more, kind of in your face and more to the theme than that one. But again, this too, though, I really, if someone from the Don Toliver Reddit thread could explain what this too was really explaining. Again, I said this for Drake. I'm gonna say it again for the people that's not gonna get, because I might just make this Patreon exclusive. For the people that might not heard what I said earlier, again, I said that Drake should do a 4-track album, or 4-disc album with 4 tracks. Being Jamaican songs, UK drill songs that he does, singing Drake and rapping Drake. So it's kind of funny seeing is that, Donnie has done the 4x4. 4x4, no pun intended. Or the irony, right? Is that ironic? Or coincidence? The coincidence. But this 3, I feel like, was the part of the album that was really just kind of a sad Donnie. We get Deep in the Water ending with, obviously, another feature song that was released, as a single. Second half of Bandit, I thought it was pretty dope. And a perfect way to end it. New Drop, I love New Drop as well. The one track that I was really disappointed in was Backstreets, because I felt like there should have been a Tizo verse, but we didn't get a Tizo verse, just ad-libs. And then another one that a lot of y'all said that y'all really loved that I really didn't understand too much was Purple Rain. That was with, the Metro Boomin Future track. That track, someone said it in the chat, it sounded very cinematic, very soundtrack-ish. I kind of agree with that. I feel like it was just, a minute 25 before it actually got into the verses. It was a very long song. For it to be a short song, it was a very long song. I just really wasn't really feeling that. And then we get to probably the most interesting part of the album, which is Disc 4, which I felt like this was the super melodic Don. Some would say the original Don Toliver. I just feel like, man, like right here with this Disc 4, there's only one track that I put. Actually, I'm still contemplating whether I put Hardstone National Anthem on my playlist, but these tracks were really kind of the ones that I was really like, I really don't know. And you guys know that I'm usually a melodic type of guy, so for these tracks to kind of just like, I'm still confused. Again, I said Inside is probably a track that I'm going to listen to again. I showed you instances where Donnie just ate that shit up. It's really just Travis's part that I really didn't like. And then, 5 to 10 was another track that I'm just kind of just like, okay, it's cool, but it is there. Last Laugh, I thought that was a pretty cool track. Imagine the last laugh, being successful, finally getting the last laugh. But Hearthstone National Anthem was probably the only one that I really kind of enjoyed, and that's because, it kind of had that Kanye-esque feel to it, a little Mike Dean, a little Simps going crazy there. That's probably really the only one. So if you had to ask me, like, in order what discs were the best, I would say Disc 2 was the best, followed by Disc 1, then Disc 3, and then Disc 4 would be in the worst. But I feel like this is, again, having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tracks out of 16. Again, another successful album from, Don Toliver. I just really don't understand, again, he fails to kind of, he fails to disappoint me. He's always on point. Like, I just really don't understand how you can hate Don. I really just don't. Like, he has the perfect melodies. He has that perfect melodic voice that kind of just does what it does. And, he continues to grow and continues to get good at his craft, especially with the themes of the album as well, man. The theme of the album is what kind of has me like, damn, like, this is dope. Because, again, he sticks to what he's presenting when he first, announces his albums. He sticks to that theme. He has that aura of the album. It has that feel. Again, Slizzy Donnie. Again, I remember I talked about Slizzy Nav. But Slizzy Donnie, that shit is crazy. One thing I will say, though, is, like, not having Nav on here, I thought that was kind of like, damn. And then also not having a company part 4. I feel like Disc 4, if you were going to make it as a melodic, Disc 4 definitely could have had a company part 4. I feel like it's a theme that you've been doing, since the start. So, why stop it now? You feel me? Like, I feel like it's just one of those things that's become part of your album. So, that's just my, my take on it. My one take, J. Like I feel like this is how I feel, and yeah, get in comments below. Let me know what you think. Follow me on social media. What you hear? I don't know if I'm gonna put it on Patreon. I don't even know if I'm gonna put it on YouTube. But it will be on Patreon. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do yet. So that's how I feel about that. Don't forget, follow your boy. Like the video if you like it. If we get enough likes, maybe I will put it on YouTube just cause. Fuck it. But if not, on to the next one as usual. Follow me on Twitch. You want to watch live reactions, man. Don't forget, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on social media if you're here. And until the next time, we are out. Love y'all. YouTube. Peace.